Live with the Coach Prime and players interview today. Let's get into his TMR Live.
Statements from Dom's mom, which I've gotten close to. Wonderful person, father, family, sisters, brothers, unbelievable. His legacy should be to encourage kids to make responsible choices and have hard conversations. Different conversation is easier than a lifetime of loss. Reminder to everybody, don't drink and drive. Don't be afraid to take the keys. We want our players to have tools to make good choices in tough moments. We continue to support Dom's family and all those that were affected around the student body around the country. Uh, God bless all the different teams in the Big 12 that sent different things, boards that the whole team signed it. Unbelievable to all the coaches out there. It was unbelievable. Continue to support Dom's family and all those affected. Also, review how we can support the players' education, mental health, and life decisions off the field. Academic honors, Luke Whitening overall CU Student Athlete of the Month for April. We had 23 players on the academic all Big 12 team and 40 earned academic all Colorado honors, which I am thrilled and elated about. The last 6 semesters since we've been here, we've had over a 2.95 times and only 5 occurrences over a 2.9 on the record dating back since 1996. Zach, Yo-Yo, Ben, Gage, Salter, DT, Hakeem Williams all appeared on both academic teams. I think we honored, how many players was that this morning? 33 players in front of the whole team. It was over 3.0, and some of the others were awarded academically, which was unbelievable. Incoming roster, I'm just making a note of this for a later point. We have 59 newcomers this spring, not counting 2 high school signees that will join us this summer. That means 59 young men desire to be a part of this team, this university, this wonderful place in Boulder, Colorado, that may have had this pleasure, may have gotten a greater opportunity, may have seen that the grass is greener from some other school that they left. Black and Gold Day transforming the tradition spring game into a full multi-day community-focused football weekend. Youth and girls and Girls Flag Football Showcase on Friday. Colorado Coaches Summit on Friday for most high school coaches here. Junior Buff Spirit Clinic and Field Day for younger fans. After the spring game, we will have post-game Meet the Buffs on the field for autographs and photos from the players as well. Winter sports skiing finished second. Love my skiers. I wish I could do it. I'm only 8 toes down. No. Men hoops played in the Crown basketball tournament, almost beat Oklahoma. Women's hoops played the NCAA tournament for the 4th time in the last 5 years. Track hosted home meet this past weekend, and several Buffs have put up a school record and top 10 marks this season. Men's golf and women's golf are both competing for the final regular season meets and will begin postseason play with Big 12 championships in late April. Tennis closes out. Love my tennis girls. Tennis closes out the regular season this week at home Thursday and Saturday. Lacrosse is 7-3 right now, hosting Cincinnati on Saturday, and then have senior day on April 25th. You know, some of our past players have been commenting on us, which is cool with me. Um, we're not going to be provoked to comment back or to say anything ignorantly back. I wish those guys the best. One thing that I could comfortably say, some people came here that you didn't know of, and when they left, they had a name. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud that they were able to earn more than they earned here that could help their friends, family, as well as loved ones, and can help themselves. So I'm happy with that. We're still in good relationship with quite a few, but you got to understand some young men play the victim, and that's not the case. We try to treat everybody here with utmost respect and professionalism, and I hope we've done just that, as well as treating you the same way. But we will not engage in back and forth with any former players, and our aim is just to really please, support, encourage, motivate, and really prepare our men that we have on campus for the next phases of their life. Let's go.
Hi, Coach. Good to see you. Hope you're well.
Amen.
Now that we're 13 spring practices in, what have been some of the constant things that you've been pleased with, and maybe some things that need to get fixed as you guys move?
One thing at a time. Both coordinators are exemplary. I mean, these guys are good. They're pushing the envelope. What they're doing creatively, what they're doing structurally, I like it. I like it. And what we have special teams is a team effort. We have some really good coaches that you guys may not know that all of them may have had a stint somewhere, whether high school and college, in assisting, especially with all the support staff on special teams. So we have a team effort, offensively and defensively, in certain special teams. Kickoff return may be an offensive thing that the offense may handle, as well as punt. Punt return as well as kickoff may be a defensive thing that the defense will handle, and you guys understand field goal and extra point. So I like the collectiveness of it. I like the understanding of expertise that we have from the whole staff, and it's a full staff buy-in. So it's not going to be blame on one guy that sits there that has to utilize the rest of the staff to support his special teams. That's a full-fledged buy-in, and I like the way we're handling it. Next question.
Hey, Coach Louis Barrow with BuffStampede.com.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, thank you. For Saturday's spring game, I know there's been some injuries, but I was wondering if you had a format idea or a structure of how that was going to
We're
run.
going to do it like we've been doing it. Probably going to be at the hour. We're going to do the best that we can. We have picked teams and split teams up early in the spring. We may coincide with that so you could see teams, so you don't start guessing and thinking. I'm trying to prepare you now. So if this team wins the toss, this quarterback is going out first. So don't say, oh, he's the starter. Like it's teams. We have teams. So that's how it's going to be. And they did a good job of picking their talent. All the different leaders from each team, they did a great job of picking talent. They had a whole draft, and it was intriguing.
And secondly, I know Pro Day was last week. I just want to know if you want to comment on your players and what you thought of the event.
I'm happy, elated. I got an opportunity to talk to the scouts beforehand, and they asked me about a plethora of players, including the upcoming players that could possibly be coming out this year. And it was good. I like what many of the guys did. Many of them came back in phenomenal shape. I wish they'd have been in that type of shape when they played here, but they came back in phenomenal shape. I don't understand that. Like, you got a whole season to work out and to train, then you go somewhere for 2 months and you give it your all. Like, I don't understand. I really don't understand that. Like, you should have gave it all for that stuff that's on the film. You got 12 games on the darn film. That's when you give it your all. But God bless him. We'll learn. We'll learn from it. Jack, my man, I'm waiting on you, baby. I'm waiting on you. Okay, next guy. Sorry. Brian, go on.
Hey, Coach. Brian Howell, the Daily Camera. I have a couple questions for you.
Mhm.
Now that you're in year 4, you've seen what this looks like when it's really good. And you've seen, like, last year, the team wasn't as good. How do you assess this spring? Like, when you're seeing, like, how does it compare to what you've seen in the last few years?
You hate to kind of compare. You hate that, but help me with this, Lord. I'm trying to say this in a real polite manner. I think we gotten better everywhere, starting with me and understanding what to go get, what we have, how to mature it, how to develop it, as well as the staff that we have. I think it's tremendous. I think you guys are really sleeping on the staff and what they bring to the table, the different components of it, and especially all the new guys that we brought in. And you have two new coordinators that have a track record of really doing well. And I'm happy with what I'm seeing from the young men that we've chosen, from the staff, from the support staff, from everything all the way around. I am elated. I don't want to clap with my feet just yet, but I feel really good about what's going on. When we letting them in? Thursday? Thursday. So you guys get a shot if you're available on Thursdays to see what's going on.
Second question for you is the last few years, obviously there's been a spring portal
Mhm.
period. You guys have added a lot of players after that, or
Right.
after that portal period. This year you don't have that. Is there
Thank
good
God
or
we don't
bad
have
to that?
Thank God you don't have that, because now you really know the hand that you're dealt. We have a couple high school players. I think we got a couple guys coming in from junior college as well. But you know basically what you're dealing with and how to develop it right now and over the summer. So I love the new rulings from the NCAA. I just hope we stabilize it and keep it that way in this format. I like it. I think many coaches do, because you know what you have. And I like that. I like to know what we're going to be playing with.
Ryland Scholes from Ralph Report. Got a couple of questions for you. First one is, it's been about 4 months having Fernando around as the
Right.
new athletic director. Kind of in that time, how has your relationship with him evolved and grown?
I think he's a great guy. I think filling those multicolored shoes that Rook left is tremendous. But he's doing a good job, and they're working together cohesively, which is very important and very vital to me. But we've had a multitude of candid conversations, and he's doing his thing. He's showing his face. Everybody's getting to know him. I mean, all the different head coaches, as well as the players from all the different teams, and he's doing a good job of blending and understanding how things are done here. He's doing a great job to me.
And then second question is just on the offensive side of the ball specifically. I know there's been a lot of coaching changes, both sides of the ball, but watching Coach Marion come in and kind of install his new scheme and his new offense, what has that been like for you to witness?
Well, you got to be excited about it. The main thing you got to be excited about is the production that he's had in college football. He's averaged well over 30 points a game, and that's the threshold that you all know that we want. When we scored 30 points a game, we were pretty successful. But just his personality, as well as Marv, their personalities and their relational, they're so relational and transparent to the players that it gives the players a certain peace about themselves, and they're in their offices at all times. They're always movement and players coming and going. And I like it because they're straight up. I don't have to do the yelling. I don't have to do all the yelling. Like they're handling things the way they're capable of handling things, and I like what I see. I really, really adore these two coordinators, as well as the staff.
Hey, Coach.
How you doing, sir?
Gazette. A couple questions for you. First one, the broad one.
Who's that?
Big pardon?
You said first one. What was the next? I didn't
First
hear.
one, a broader question.
Oh, broader.
Has building this program been harder than you expected?
I'm not going to say that. We made some tremendous mistakes at certain positions that derailed us a year ago. The first couple of years, we had stability at those positions that highlighted us. So we learn quite a bit of not just talent, but understanding mentality. And mentality is something that we targeted. It's something that we sat down and interviewed and made sure not only the young men, but the parents had that type of mentality because the parents play a tremendous role in these young men's lives.
Second one, you mentioned your satisfaction or appreciation or whatever the right word is for young men finding better opportunities for
Mhm.
themselves and going elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
How do you balance that with the challenge of building what you're trying to build?
Oh, if someone is satisfied and didn't want to be here, do you really want them? You don't want them here. But I'm happy as a man, African American man, that these guys, white and black, are moving on to greener pastures, so to speak. You hope. Um, some of the young men I talk to frequently, some we don't. But I'm happy for all of them for a multitude of reasons that I always want progression, no matter what. I want you to progress and to have that pie in the sky, if that's what you think it is. I want you to have that opportunity so you don't place blame on anyone. And I like that. But I love also the multitude of men that we had coming in that had to have this pleasure somewhere else that wanted that same opportunity here. I'm really elated about that. So everybody's dealing with the same thing. Some people may have more money to go shopping than others, but I'm happy about it. I, I I really am. You got to understand, some of these kids you didn't know till they came here. They came here, stabilized themselves, made a name, and they moved on. And they did their thing. How can I be upset with that? I'm not upset with that. I'm happy. That's the American dream, isn't it? That's what that's what y'all do. Yeah, but you got to be built for that. That's part of the deal. It's part of the plan. You're not gonna they keep a young man for 4 years now. Just watch the draft. I think every quarterback in the darn draft, didn't they transfer? like, like, like that's where we are now in college football. I can't be upset about that. It is what it is. We just got to make the best of what the hand that we're dealt. And I like it. I like the hand that we're dealt. I can't be upset with that. Like when we get our butts kicked, we did that. We made those mistakes. We did that. That ain't y'all. That's us. We got to right our wrongs and prayerfully don't make them again. My man,
How's it going, Coach? Jack Carlo.
Jack.
See, how you doing, Coach?
Good. Moving on up like the Jeffersons.
So,
They even putting your picture up there now, right? When you,
on the 24th.
yeah, they got your picture.
We're
Okay,
getting there. We're
there you go.
Want to ask about the 59 newcomers
Mhm.
and particularly the incoming transfers. I was curious if you've noticed maybe some shared characteristics that have kind of emerged. throughout
Yeah,
spring camp.
yeah. How many? I should have the stat, and I apologize. How many of these guys were captains? I think we have. I think it's 15, 12 to 15. Excuse me. It's double digits of guys that were captains on their respective teams. That shows leadership. That shows that we chose some guys that are used to being in front. And we have some young guys, especially some young corners, that came from winning programs. Like they were winners. So they've experienced the understanding of winning, and we like that characteristic inside the locker room. Thank you, buddy.
Hey, Coach, how you feeling?
What's going on, boss?
Not too much. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
I
Man,
want
hey,
to.
you've been sitting over there the whole time, and I'm talking about you.
He just walked.
Oh my God, did I talk about him badly? I'm glad, because I didn't even see it. I don't even look at the room. I look at right here. I'm sorry. That's our wonderful AD that I just got finished saying some horrible things about, and I apologize. Let's go.
Coach, I just wanted to ask you about Boo Carter. I know that's somebody that like you've known him and his family
Yeah.
a long while now. Now
Yeah.
that he's kind of here in the building, What's it just been like being around?
I
coaching
like
him?
Boo. We had a candid conversation on the field last week about playing multiple positions. Boo is arguably the best athlete on the team, as well as he could play safety, he could play corner as slot, return kicks as well, and do multiple things. I put him on the corner the last 2 weeks because I want to see him do his thing.
Like outside corner.
Yeah, it ain't but one corner. It's just only outside corner, isn't it? I
Some
never
people
seen
say like slot.
slot. I'd have said slot. I'm sorry, but on the outside corner, and which is no such thing, but I wanted to see him play there because in history, I don't see them say at slot chosen in the first round. This such and such. Yeah, I don't see that. So I want him to have a chance to exhaust himself, not only at the corner position, the slot position, as well as safety. He can do many things, and I want him to do all those things that he's capable of doing, so that his draft wealth accelerates. He's that kind of kid.
And then I'm not trying to get you to talk about another program, but
Mhm.
just talking about him specifically. Like, how much do you think a guy like that can just benefit from just like a new environment, a place that he like feels loved? And whatnot?
He chose to come here for a reason, and we're happy with his choices. We're happy with him being here, and we're going to take full advantage of that and prepare him to be the best that he could possibly be. That was so polite, wasn't it? God, that was polite.
Hey, Coach, Pat Graham, Associate
Pat,
Press.
what's up, my man?
How you doing?
Good.
I think next week is a year since you were diagnosed with cancer.
Mm.
And I guess my question is, how does that maybe change the way you view things on the field and in life?
Tremendously. It's not like I'm gonna bake a cake and celebrate that mess, but I thank you for reminding me as well. I'm happy, man. It did change my outlook on certain things in life. I believe I enjoy life more. I believe I try my best to experience more things. I try my best to really be the greatest father that ever walked with 8 toes. My kids are everything to me. You think you all know that. And I try my best to give them the type of attention and time and affection, protection and correction that they may need and want. What's today? Tuesday? Isn't the portal open for the girls? Today? That's right. Yeah, my baby girl is gonna be close to me. So I'm happy that she's gonna spend her last year basketball in the state of Colorado somewhere, and I'm elated about that. I'm gonna take her to her school probably Thursday. I think I'm going. We're driving down to go check out the campus and the head coach and everything. She made a tremendous decision. I'm proud of her.
Chris Tavares, 9 News.
9 News.
With spring game.
Oh, Lord Jesus. 9 News. Is that the channel where the brother that does the? Is that the brother that does the weather?
Yes.
9,
That's
right?
9 News.
Yeah.
Jaden.
Yeah, the brother that does the weather.
Yep.
Like they got multiple. Oh Lord, thank you, Lord. That's good. Y'all got multiple black folks in there. Y'all know better. You got one.
Jaden's good people.
Yeah, I hope so.
With the spring game wrapping up spring and
Yes,
kind
sir.
of your hands-on dealing with the team,
Yes,
what do
sir.
you want to see from them heading into summer as they start to get?
I don't want to see anybody get hurt. I want them to play hard. I don't want to sustain any injuries. We got a whole Soul Train line of guys over there working out, doing practice because I got to see them from now on. They don't get to go inside and work out. They have to work out so we can see them, and it's a bunch of them. So we want to try to eliminate injuries because we know we have some guys coming back off injuries in the summer that's going to help this program tremendously. But I just want to see them compete. I want to see the coaches make certain calls. I want to see how we do special teams wise to make sure we have the correct personnel chosen. just want to see some guys really fight, man, fight for what they want in life, and that's to go to the next level. But it all starts here. I want to see that, and hope we get a phenomenal turnout by our wonderful fans. We have sort of the best fan base, I think, in college football. I really do. And these young men and women on this campus, they usually show up and show out. So I look forward to that as well. 9 News.
Hey, Coach, Tyler King with the Denver Gazette. I want to ask about Juju. Obviously, him stepping into a bigger role as a leader this year. I know learning and a new offense in the winter is challenging for him. Just curious how you've seen him grow both on and off the field this year.
Well, I like. Let's focus on the game. It's hard to lead. Your game has to help you lead. You can't. In football, I'm not talking about Juju. I'm just breaking this down for you so you understand, because you guys throw leadership roles on certain people that the game has to come before the leadership role. You can't lead in this generation, especially with new guys coming in, the multitude that we have, unless you have game. And his game is developing daily. And I'm proud of the strides that he's making in both, as a potential leader, as well as a quarterback that we can really count on from start to finish. I'm proud of the young man.
Hey, Coach, just as a follow-up to that, when you
I like the look, man. I like the look. You just got to get your pair of shades and you got it.
doing my best.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Just as a follow-up to that, you talk about Juju and growing into that leadership role, but you recruited Isaac, right? And that's a football pedigree.
Isaac could play, man.
And that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, he can play.
I was wondering if in your
Isaac
mind,
is applying pressure, man. But that's what you want. You want every position to have pressure applied. Like you want those battles. We got a 3-man fighting linebacker right now. These guys are really, really good, man. Like all 3 of those guys, they're pros to me. And whoever's that 4th guy, he's gonna have to come with it, because it's a little gap right there. Because those 3 are phenomenal. The pass rushers on the outside, shoot, it's got to be 5 or 6 of those guys that could get home. We need a little more productivity from the bigs on the inside. But overall, and the safeties, physical, could go get it. They can make the tackles as well as make plays on the ball. I like that. My corner's got to step it up a little bit, but I love 3 of them right now. I want to love the rest of them the same way.
Understood.
Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify, it's an open competition for the quarterback?
It's an open competition for every position.
Gotcha.
I don't think we're sitting here saying, like I did once upon a time, 2 guys are starting, okay? I think that's the only time I've ever said that. 2 guys are starting. We know who those 2 were. It's not like that. It's not like that right now. Everybody is earning everything they get, including their money.
I also wanted to ask you about the calendar, because there's been a lot of discussion about the college football calendar changing in the years to come. And you've obviously been outspoken and wanting potentially another team to scrimmage against in the spring and things like that.
I think it's just only right.
Right. Another team to scrimmage against in the spring and things like that.
I think it's just only right.
Right. And so my question to you is, there's been some discussion of potentially shifting the college model to more of a pro system where you have summer OTAs as opposed to maybe spring ball. Would you prefer that? Would that be a change you would want to see?
What we're going to do in the spring?
I don't know. I think
Yeah,
you
we gotta
probably
do-
have more
yeah.
winter conditioning and probably be more.
Well,
extended.
you got to do something in the spring. I don't know about summer scrimmaging and all that. I don't know about that. I would rather, you do it in the spring. So if you incur injuries, there's time to heal. I really would love to scrimmage a team. I think every other sport gets that opportunity. Isn't that right, sir?
Like an exhibition.
Yeah, I think every other sport gets that. I don't know why we don't. And the problem is, Fran and I made a mistake. We shouldn't have been the first ones to really challenge that. We should have, should let somebody else come up with it. Then it probably would have gone forth by now. But I just think it's only right. I would like to go down the street and play a home and away against Colorado State. I think it's only right.
Like an exhibition?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's a beautiful thing. We're gonna sell a stadium out. We're gonna sell their stadium out, and it's a 2-year deal. We go home and away. I think it's appropriate. And I think you guys get a lot of it. And we want to measure ourselves against not just ourselves, against someone else. Like if the offense is doing well, what does that say about the defense? And vice versa. We want to really measure ourselves against another worthy opponent that don't know us like they do. You don't even have to let us play a game. Can we practice against them? Just let us practice against them a couple days, and I think we'll be satisfied.
Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate
Thank you, my man.
Your coach, Jake Schwanitz from DMVR.
Mhm.
I wanted to ask you about the cornerbacks. You spoke about, you wanting guys to make a play as opposed to not getting beat. Just
Right.
what have you seen from them so far? And
I'm not going to say they're getting beat. I just want them to make more plays. That's, I think, every coach's dream for their cornerback room. We have guys that are have the length, have the size, have the speed, have the knowledge and understanding of the game. Also, we have some young ones that are really coming on strong, and they're going to really be good if we could keep them here for 2 or 3 years. But that position, the expectation of that position for me is mighty and it's lofty, based on what we've had in previous years. We've had some pretty good cornerbacks under my tenure, and we want to continue. So I think we picked the right guys. We just got to get them going in certain aspects of the game. They got to want it. They got to compete, and they got to go get that ball, man. They got to go get that ball. That's what it's all about.
Kreese just made a lot of plays, it seems. So
Cree is that guy. He's the number one guy. Right now. It ain't he is that guy. Studies, he prepares, but he's just a good young man. He's what this program is about, and I love what I'm seeing from him.
DEION, Luke Evans, Denver Post. Just wanted to ask you a little bit on Robert Livingston. You
Mhm.
know what it takes
Yeah.
to coach the best of the best secondary in
He's
the
good.
NFL.
He's really good. He's personable, relatable, knows his stuff. I know he's not in the DC position, but his additives that he's going to give in the internal meetings is going to be really suffice. He knows his stuff. He knows what he's doing, and I'm glad that have had the opportunity to be beside him, to call him my friend, a wonderful father as well as husband. I love everything about him, and I'm glad he had the opportunity to elevate. I truly am. That's what it's all about.
Why do you think Vance and that staff, knowing how good that secondary is, would have highlighted him and keyed in on
Say that
him?
again.
Why do you think Vance, Joseph, the rest of that staff, knowing how good that secondary is, would have highlighted him specifically? What do you think he can bring?
Well,
out of
I feel like they've had a prior relationship, and I feel like he knows inside what he's done with this program. Sometimes we get caught up in numbers and statistics and not understanding personnel and knowledge and what he brought to this program. He brought a lot, and I'm tremendously glad he, as well as others, were elevated and got to the next level.
Thanks, Coach.
No problem. Thank you, guys. God bless you. Carlo. See you Thursday. Thursday, what we got Thursday?
Open practice.
Oh. Say, what we doing? We got land jack?
It's been Uncle Chico. Make sure y'all go to unclechico.myshopify.com and go get you some merch. Get you some merch. We got new ones dropping soon. Make sure you go to theboulderbroker.com also and schedule your stay in Boulder, Colorado for a game right now. Because you're going to a game, you might as well schedule your stay and you might as well get 20% off. And by the way, you could do that by saying Uncle Neely sent me when you go and you check out at the Boulder Broker. And if you're wild and you get crazy, whatever, you might want to get you some insurance, right now or later. Make sure y'all call Miss Denise Smith 303-343-3515 or go to the new website. That's DeniseSmithInsurance.com and tell her that Uncle Chico sent you, as she is the official sponsor for Uncle Chico in the Morning Run Live. You understand me? Uncle, you want to leave him with something before we get up out of here?
Hey, man, this thing is winding on down. 2 more practices. One of those y'all refer to as the spring game, practice 15 internally. So this is Tuesday, So we'll be back Thursday after practice, and then we'll be back live Saturday before the spring game kicks off with some on-field contact, behind the scenes, interviews, all that kind of stuff. So then maybe you can come back on post-game, spring game as well. But definitely going to do some stuff that Saturday morning for the spring as we conclude spring ball in Colorado this week.
Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all do the equivalent of holding your lights up before you get up out of here on your phone so we can take this picture. You know what I mean? So y'all get in the comments right now and spam that thing. Put a W in the chat right now. W the chat right now for TMR Live, Uncle Chico. Make sure y'all follow us on all social media platforms and everything else. Y'all know what it is, man. The biggest and the baddest. He's good. That might be whoa, the horror, dude.
That's a major way.
Just shockers in the sky with your black fist high. Rebel them flags. That's right. It's the morning run. We're gonna be up and about here. Peace and melody. Yeah.